really, really doubling down on front to back.
And what exacerbates the situation is Uranus on Wadu. This old hero in the XP lane, known for its dead lane antics throughout the early, mid to late, even the ultra late, makes it all the more worse because, again, DEWA can go balls to the wall. They can just go as fast as they want to, especially with all of their on-demand CC.
Ultra mid to late composition is what CFU Gaming are banking on right now. The fact that Wadu, Z, and Zing need to wait for a big power spike, but Amin Rice with a good iron hook instantly to start off the game. Flamesy and Z, they're going to have a bad time in the next few minutes to get through this laning phase.
This duo by Z and Z here, get it? Is for the, as you mentioned, ultra late. The Kaja's not going to do much, even with a solid Divine Judgment plus Mystic Field. They're lacking damage. And see, it happened. They started it up about 15, 20 seconds ago, and they finished it up. Z here, he needs to scale up, but not like this. Now Zing's in trouble.
Phantom Execution onto the back. Doesn't even need the iron hook to connect, but it's still another assist, another kill given over to DEWA United Esports, who can push the tempo all the way from the start.
Good news is CFU Gaming is living up to their Blacklist-esque identity, right? This is a very Blacklist Prime lineup looking at it now. But bad news is it's not going to do well against the very 2023 lineup that DEWA has drafted. We were talking about this off the air. You mentioned that Lanaya is a jungle TAM specialist, but he's playing the current metagame. He has picked up the jungle Lancelot that is currently rocking a jungle emblem, and it is going to be a pick off of top.
Oh, good wild charge earlier by Dixon as the Appraiser's Wrath comes down from Detective. Wadu just trying to buy some time here, trying to zone Lanaya away from the first turtle in this game. But Amin Rice comes in with the Bloody Hunt, locks Wadu down. Consecration going to be popped right now as Lanaya dashes across the place. Divine Judgment coming in, and it's Z who finds it. Detective jumping back in. Amin Rice, no flicker, and he should fall here. CFU Gaming on the board.
Ooh. As messy as it may be, CFU Gaming, an amazing reset and a way to recover from that early blunder. And yeah, we talked about them going ultra late, but if DEWA United Esports does fumble, CFU can punish. For those who don't know, CFU Gaming was the first of the grand finals of the recently concluded MPL KH Spring 2023 season. So yeah, they beat Burn X Flash to the punch. It's just that on that day, Burn was the better team, but here, CFU Gaming is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Keys very low. It's knocked up in the taunt. Oh, Amin Rice to the rescue.
Force the Flicker still, though, so it's another big resource burnt out by DEWA United Esports. That certainly will give CFU the right space and the right tempo to take the next few minutes into the game to force out that mid-game power spike. They need to start playing through this Beatrix.
Yep, we haven't really covered and talked about what the gold lane matchup is looking like, mainly because no one is there, but here's a big hook.
Bloody Hunt locking him down. Keys also with the Divine Judgment, utilizing it now. Lanaya with a puncture and a Phantom Execution onto the back. Z still having the Mystic Field, holding onto it, just walks back knowing he can't take this fight, but maybe now with the sprint, they want to go for the re-engage. Two-man Mystic Field, Lanaya going to be chained down. That's the Thorn Rose, no puncture, but the Dawning Light comes through to pick up the kill. Another snipe, but the wild charge from Dixon right onto Z will definitely give him some trouble, but still able to walk away right now as Dixon is unable to walk him down. Another iron hook connecting onto Zing. Appraiser's Wrath onto the midst. Rise now running away, but the Divine Judgment locks him down, and it's Wadu with a double and another, a 3-4-0.
That was a big, long, and extended team fight that who would have thought would come out this early on. Not even during the second turtle. And this is perfect timing for CFU Gaming. They capitalize on the fact that DEWA United Esports understands that they have to go really fast, and they let them into that false sense of security, and now they're going to secure a turtle. This is amazing. CFU sitting about 1,500 gold lead with 4 minutes in. This is quick. This is very fast.
With a mid to late game composition, Septiawan now dealing some damage. It's a very good iron hook. Z caught in that muddle, and Septiawan picks up a kill, but it's a traded back kill instantly for the side of CFU Gaming, finding the roamer. Now Zing trying to get the most out of the situation by getting a few good hits onto the turret shield.
This may be the highest kill scoring game in first 5 minutes we've ever seen in the SPS challenge season so far. This is amazing. Looking at these early builds throughout the chaos, you can see that at least ZX3 or ZZZ has, even after 2 deaths, built up his COD, right? It's pretty solid, it's pretty good. But look at who's really making bank here. Look at Wadu, but wait, they got a catch.
Appraiser's Wrath and the Mystic Field. There was a defensive wild charge, but it will not really help him there. The burst was too much, and the fact that Z already does this much damage early on, it's a big problem. Divine Judgment, that's a snipe from downtown from Zing, and just the basic attacks to wreak havoc. Now, it's another dive. No Divine Judgment, though. Seption might be able to outplay this. Now with the Inspire, Flamesy going to be caught low as the go-away shoves Detective back away. Zing looking for range, but will not be able to find it right now. Kaze with a Flicker and Divine Judgment, locking Zing down for Septiawan to pick up the kill. Now, Lanaya looking for some more. Detective forced to back away as the Mystic Field comes down from Z. Both teams disengaging. Who got the better trade there?
I'd say this is just DEWA United punishing CFU for going in a little too deep. That positioning by Zing was way too greedy. And I was just getting to the point of how Wadu, who wasn't even part of that whole engagement, is actually the one who's making the most bank. Look at this Uranus. He can do whatever he wants, walk up to wherever he needs to go, especially at 6 minutes and a half. This is amazing. This is lovely. You have a Dominance Ice and an Enchant Talisman already. This 2v1 up top, maybe now a 3v1 won't be a problem.
I mean, how do you kill Wadu at this point? 3-0-2, Purify, Consecration already. Lanaya with the War Axe certainly going to help him in his endeavor to go for the turtle here, but Flamesy, all he needs to do is tap one button. Phantom Execution, and wow, Lanaya, in the midst of it all, finds it and even gets out. No Divine Judgment punished from Flamesy.
Oh, I'd like to think that you kill Wadu via Dixon. Dixon just picked up an early, what is that?
Sea Halberd.
Sea Halberd, there you go. It's the anti-healing damage item, and I'd love to think that if they catch Wadu without his Purify, without his Consecration, or if they time that right, they find the window they can punish, and there's a wild charge!
On to Z, and Z will fall. The Divine Judgment rightly placed down by Keys. And Flamesy actually went for a very, very early Immortal, Leo.
Yep, that's...
first item.
Yeah, a build that was more popular in late 2020, early 2021, wherein you rush it and then you allow for that to kind of act like Masha's extra health bars. But I'd say that after this, after the Dreadnought armor, he also builds up into a fleeting time. But now that it looks like CFU Gaming, their tempo has been stalled, I'm wondering if that's going to be worth it now, if that's going to be paying off. Look at this. DEWA United pulling off their own little version of the Ube. They're all together down here, 4 members. Zing finds one, and oh!
Right on cue. Like you said, like you described, with that Sea Halberd, they're able to utilize the anti-regen to completely destroy Wadu. And on top of that, it's also a big shutdown given over to DEWA United Esports, who is now just building on Septiawan. Once he gets that golden snap, that should be done in a bit, maybe 9 to 10 minutes, it's going to be massive.
Ooh, they're not letting go. Detective finds one, and the Flicker pull!
Good Divine Judgment onto Keys, who's going to be forced to flicker out, but a Dawning Light takes him down. Amin Rice gets clapped by the Appraiser's Wrath, but look at the muddles from Septiawan. Just barely almost getting Z down. Lanaya now needs to go for one more, and he finds it with Retribution. Oh, on to Zing! Now with another puncture. He has a Phantom Execution, but he utilizes it to escape. Lanaya with a double kill.
Ooh, signed, sealed, and delivered right underneath tier 2. With love, and that's going to open up this Lord. Detective knows that it's a losing battle. They are down 2 members. It's a 3v5, and I'm wondering if this is a contest that CFU are willing to take. Oh, they go for the turn!
Wild charge, Bloody Hunt, Septiawan dealing some damage. No Inspire, though, so he can't burst anyone down. Flamesy getting hooked. Dixon with a flicker defensively right now as that's Lanaya jumping forward with a puncture. Septiawan in the midst, but look at Wadu. The Dawning Light connects onto Septiawan at very low HP, but it's still Lanaya who finds the retry. He's forced back. Mystic Field trying to lock him down, but he sidesteps away from that. But you cannot sidestep away from a Divine Judgment. 1 for 1.
Keys, a casualty here. Despite the Lord going over to DEWA, there's a hook!
Septiawan, 5 seconds on the Inspire. That's a good Nibiru's Passion. His own Septiawan away. Dawning Light as well! 1 HP, barely getting out of that skirmish.
Yep, second time in the past 2 minutes that DEWA United Esports walks away with their lives wherein they should have fallen. Amin Rise earlier with the help of the Rapid Boots, again upon leaving combat. And Septiawan, just by building this base, this robe. The robe actually helped him survive the dawning light. So with that being said, DEWA United Esports are winning by inches. And slowly but surely, if they go in via this late game spike, they should be able to close the gap here and make this 500 gold lead matter even more. They've yet to push anything major here because even the waves have been managed well by CFU Gaming. And now this is going to cost CFU Gaming. They can pull out the Cambodian Ube. They can actually roam around, play together as 5, but that's going to cost them because I know DEWA United is not afraid to send Lanaya elsewhere. And now look, Conceal.
Okay, still with the puncture, able to escape. Flamesy has the flicker. Will not go for it. Takes some of the good disengage there, but will be immobilized and gunned down. That's a flicker! Divine Judgment finding keys! Rice looking for the disengage for DEWA, but he just pulls them forward, forcing himself to flicker. And CFU, they actually committed to chasing instead of going for that mid lane. This will definitely cost them.
Yep, there's a 2 for none. Ooh. A big clap back by CFU, and yeah, they forgot that fat wave down bottom. That's what I'm talking about. It's not as free for CFU to say it's Ube time. It's not as easy for them to do because DEWA United have won over the map. They have an enhanced wave here via that first lord that they scored about a couple minutes ago. And now they're going to start taking away the purple. Oh no, Lanaya needs this. But at least you can say that Lanaya is eating well, sitting on top of the gold leaderboards. What does his build look like right now? Yeah, it's pure hybrid. Endless Battle, War Axe, plus the Thunderbelt and the Guardian's Helmet.
He's actually going for, I think, more damage. Maybe a last item BOD, which is quite interesting instead of the immortality we usually see. Uh-oh. 5-man Conceal grouping up right now. Rice going to be spotted. Septiao with the go away, but he's going to be free and in the back with his fire. Oh, the players will fall and melt down. Singh going to be targeted down by the assassin. Lanaya is on a killing spree as Dixon picks up the double. It's a hook almost predicted by Rice. 3-4-0 once again for DEWA United.
That was tough. Not only was it as amazing as it gets for Septiawan. Oh, Flamesy's in trouble. Oh, all right. But also, I was just looking at Wadu. Wadu could have put in a couple of stacks of the Ionic Edge, and he just missed. There had to be a huge wall right in front of him. I'm pretty sure we'll see it in the highlights if we do play back. But right now, this is as free a lord as it gets for DEWA.
I don't think it can get freer than this, especially for the game that's been very close, literally toe-to-toe all the way to the 12th minute of the game. One mistake was all DEWA United needed for them to get control back in the game.
Yep, if anything, it was less of a mistake. Here's that instant replay, right? Check out how perfectly placed.
Ooh, look at that.
The explosions were in. And check Wadu, right? He wants to finish the job. That's a lot of damage sent onto DEWA, but he couldn't come through. And that led to, again, what I think DEWA was building up for anyways in the past couple of fights. Here they figured it out. Here the walls and the jungle was built for them.
All right. So aside from that as well, Lanaya, actually it's not going to be a last item BOD, it's a rose gold meteor. So there is a lot of respect given over as well to CFU Gaming with their magic damage, obviously from Z and Wadu with the Ionic Edge. We'll see how they utilize this though in the fight, because for now CFU is actually able to micromanage the mid-wave a bit too well.
Yep, they have amazing, not even just high ground defense, but Savior as a battle mage, able to weave in and out of combat and just clear waves and then move along. Interesting. I wonder what Flamesy was thinking with that concealed play right there. It seemed like they all weren't ready for it.
A bit of miscommunication is happening, it seems like, when we're seeing what they're doing after that big team fight that DEWA United won. But what is interesting is the fact that Septiawan actually went for the Melting Roar as his 4th item, building towards a Haas Claws, I believe, for his final item. This means he's Glass Cannon. Very easy to target down, very easy to gun down for Zing. He needs to find the snipes, maybe perhaps onto the back line with Z. And I think one Dawning Light, one Renner's Apathy should be able to do it. You can see from the items again, full, just Glass Cannon.
Yep, I'm guessing that last item there is going to be a Haas Claws, and that'll make the difference. So this is a clear message from DEWA United Esports that, yeah, we don't want to pick any fights, at least for the next minute or so, up until Septiawan is ready. And Septiawan is a key member, a very important element in this cocktail that DEWA United are cooking up so that they can actually close the gap here. It's been a very close fight, to be honest. This is a small 3K gold lead, 12-12 here at 15 minutes. And look, see, this is the potential that Septiawan wants to reach up to. He is 16,000 gold, 16,000 damage rather ahead of Zing, and this is even after Zing has 3 solid frontliners. I don't think DEWA has that much. Right?
Good debut, man. It's a really good debut. Speaking of Septiawan, this is his first time ever playing with this roster. We've never seen him before, and so far in this very brutal game, he's managed to die 0 times.
Yep, we haven't seen his face.
No.
This is all skill speaking for himself here. So Septiawan, you are an amazing Melissa player, and all is on you right now. He still doesn't have that final item. Oh, Rise with the flicker in.
Unable to find anyone. Bloody Hunt onto Wadu, but instantly cancelled by Detective. Still Septiawan for hitting in the back right now. Brazer's trapped with the wall. Target to the back line. Zing is going to fall. Flamesy with the Immortality Pop. Wadu getting slain as well in the back. Now Wadu and Flamesy grouping up together only for Kaze to pick up a double. And it's another over onto Z. Detective forced to recall. 1v5. Can he do it?
It looks like it's endable. DEWA makes the call. We don't want the Lord. We want your base. And they're going to break on through mid. The penetration. It's just Detective.
Detective is down. DEWA United strike first in game number 1.
CFU wasn't ready for that engagement. They definitely saw an opening in the early flicker in by Amin Rice, but just the same.